N'hésitez pas à liker la vidéo si elle vous plaît, et si vous êtes nouveau sur la chaîne, à vous abonner et d'activer les notifications pour ne rater aucune de nos prochaines vidéos. Allez, on commence!
Central America, South America, and a few islands in the Caribbean, but they're not native to any part of North America. They are an invasive species here in the Everglades. They don't actually belong here. You guys will also see there's a small little blackbird on our left-hand side. That's a red-winged blackbird. You can see the little red spots on its wings where it gets its name from. And all those little brown birds you see flying around us, like the one directly to our left, those are female grackles. All the brown ones are females, folks. The male
Tout petit. Tu dis ça, mais c'est un sacré gros morceau.
Right here is much smaller than Scar. It's about the same size as little Bubba. This is a female though, and we call her Little Lady. So about 5 feet long, folks. Now she is still a 5 foot long carnivorous reptile with 80 teeth in her mouth. That is 40 on the top and 40 on the bottom, by the way. So she does deserve caution and respect.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va découvrir?
Now folks, this gator is one of our locals. He's been hanging around here lately. And he's a 5 foot long male. We call him Little Bubba.
Si, il est là. Il est devant toi.
And swim right up next to us, ladies and gentlemen. In that case, if that does happen, I do want y'all to stay safe. Because even though alligators are docile animals for the most part, they are also opportunistic eaters. So if you were to hang free food in front of this gator's face, it wouldn't turn it down. Oh yeah, folks, that is the gator I was just talking about. We call him Scar. He is over 10 feet long and weighs well over 500 pounds, making him our largest local alligator. Guys, well, I'm glad we found Scar. This is the first time I've seen him all week.
C'est bon. Ah. Tout à l'heure, c'était à côté de toi, là, ils s'en vont. Bon, bah voilà pourquoi on dit Tot not feed the bear. Ne pas donner à manger aux oiseaux. Pourquoi? Parce que après, eh ben, on est un peu envahi et ils sont limite à vouloir attaquer.
Ouais,
là, t'es derrière en guet-apens. Ils se sont tous appelés.
Et il y en a d'autres là-bas.
Et ils arrivent de plus en plus. Je crois qu'on va partir. Salut.
Like that. Okay. Now, guys, take a look at that smile. There's 80 teeth in that mouth. 40, oh bless you, 40 on the top, 40 on the bottom. Now the neat thing about the teeth, alligators can actually break them off and they can grow them back. They can cycle through about 3,000 teeth in their lifetime, just like a shark. That definitely comes in handy considering how hard they bite down. They have a tremendous amount of strength inside this mouth. 2,000 pounds per square inch right inside of these jaws. You guys don't seem all that impressed. At least you do. I mean, I would say that anything that's powerful enough to crush your skull, that's very impressive. I mean, that's like taking a large vehicle and then slamming it down on your hand. That's something you or I probably never want to experience. Now, this bite force is also 3 times more powerful than a bite from a great white shark. Take that, Shark Week. Now, if you guys are still not impressed, well, the only other thing I'm going to say is that you're probably on the wrong side of this glass right here. Trust me. Now, all that force that slams their jaws shut is located right here. These muscles right here in the jowls. But, luckily for me, the muscle that opens the jaw is actually very small and very weak. That's why I can manage to hold the jaw shut with just one hand. And that definitely helps me out all day, because otherwise this show would probably be a lot shorter and just a little bit more entertaining for everyone involved, except for me, of course. Now, the reason why these alligators are in here is because at one point they were considered nuisance alligators. So they may have showed up at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know, got in some backyard swimming pool, started coming up to someone begging for food, or this guy ate someone's little fluffy, you know. And it happens. I mean, they do sometimes eat people's dogs. They'd have to call a trapper to come out, and unfortunately the trapper is going to kill the alligator. Unless, of course, the alligator was eating something along the lines of Chihuahuas, Pomeranians, you know. Then they just don't go eat more of those little things. Noise control! Win-win situation. The whole neighborhood would be quiet then. I'm just kidding. But it's true. The state of Florida does kill thousands of these alligators per year. And, you know, that's sad, because it's usually not the alligator's fault. Usually it's fault of a nuisance person, someone that feeds the alligators. Because once these animals start associating humans with the food, if you go back without food, well, the animals are going to become the food. See what I mean? Don't try this at home. Ta-da! Look, Ma, no hands. I can take out my rope, tie it around jaws, caught tied alligator. And that's enough of it. Now, I have absolutely no idea who came up with that trick, but let me tell you, I would have hated to have been the first person to have to try that one out, if you know what I mean. Probably didn't end up well the first couple times, I'd assume. Alright, now look at the backside. Lots of bumps and ridges going from their head down to their tail. These are called osteoderms. It means bone, skin in Latin, and it acts like armor plating to protect them. And it also acts like little solar panels, because if I mess it up, well, then my face comes off. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. Now, alright, so, okay, this alligator is just starting to wake up. I'm sure you guys noticed that throughout the entire show, this alligator wasn't moving around a lot at all. Y'all probably thought that he was either sleeping or running out of batteries, you know, something like that. Well, now we're at the most dangerous part of the show. I'm going to hold the jaws open with just the tip of my chin. And that's when she decides to wake up? Coincidence? I think not. Alligators are very energy efficient animals, so they will conserve their energy for when it matters the most. You know, when there's immediate danger, or available food source around, or if some girl sticks her face inside the mouth, you know, something like that. So let's just hope that this alligator was not conserving that energy for this moment, because, you know, otherwise y'all are going to get a lot more than what you bargained for, and my day is going to turn very bad very quickly. So on that note, have your cameras ready. It looks pretty cool once my arms are out to the side, or when there's a really big spray of blood, then, you know, you can switch it to video. I'm just kidding about that blood, guys. Ta-da! Take your pictures quickly, please. Smells great, by the way. As long as I'm careful, I could even do this. And that's enough of that. Okay. Alright, guys, now, as you take a look at that alligator, as soon as I let her go, what does she do? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, you can tell by how she's acting, you can tell by her body language that she's not animal. No, she's not irritated or aggravated with anything that I did to her through that show. Because you guys have witnessed, you know, I took a gentle approach, I was not rough with her, I didn't try to kill her, you know, anything like that. A lot of people really assume that as soon as I let the alligator go, that it's going to do this backflip in the air, rip off my head, you know, the stuff that you see on TV. In reality, though, they're not mean and evil, nasty creatures. They're not out to get you. They're not out to attack you. In reality, they just want to be left alone. So if you do see one in the wild, you know, view it from afar and take some pictures. But don't go near them, don't touch them, don't feed them.